Guys, after subscribing to this channel, please make sure that you also press the bell icon so that no notification, no new video of mine, any educational video, is missed by anybody.
Let's begin the class, and we start with first the vaginal speculums and the retractors. Okay, let's begin with, see, I have a whole bunch. This is whole, what do I say, a bucket of what kind of speculums are there. I'm sure you must have seen this book somewhere. I don't know. This was gifted to me by one of my mentors earlier on in my DNB days. So this is how a sim speculum looks like. I have it with me just to show you, and probably there'll be a few things that I'd like to tell you about this sim speculum. So it is double-ended and it's single-ended as well. So have a look at this. Then you have the Ferguson speculum, which is here, hardly ever used. Then you have Jackson speculum, just naming them. The other one is Cusco speculum, which is again with me right over here, which is self-retaining, and duck-billed. We also call it duck-billed. This is also there with me. And then you have the knot speculum. I mean, it's not really used much. And then you have the anterior vaginal wall retractor, which also I have got for you, because again, these are very common things and will be asked a lot. Sometimes it so happens, guys, that the examiner asks you to pick up an instrument. Don't be foolish enough to pick up one of these instruments, okay? Because then the Viva can go anywhere. This was, long before it was understood by me, either directly or indirectly through my mentors. But the commoner the instrument you pick up, the diverse the Viva can be, and you cannot stop it anywhere. And the more fumble that you get in one particular answer, or you're fumbling, stuttering, stimmering, that is the place the examiner catches you. And if they're really evil, they'll put you through some really difficult hoops. I would want you to go in for something very, very specific. Like if in front of me, if there's a myoma screw, I would love to take it up, because then the, Viva, I know where the Viva is going. Not everyone is that lucky. People, sometimes they just ask you to pick this particular instrument, pick that. Anyways, let's begin with the first one. So the Sims speculum is the one which we are going to talk about first. There are certain details which I'll give you, but there'll be majority details which I'll ask you. So everyone, please be ready in your chat group. And I want beautiful answers, because you're so many of you. How many of them are there? Quite a number of students already there. So I would want you to give me answers regarding very, very easy things that I'll be asking you of. Very commonly used speculum, this one, made of stainless steel. Almost everything that you're working with is made of stainless steel. Otherwise, it'll be very difficult for you to sterilize, autoclave, boil, whatever. Also called as the duck-billed speculum, because this is how it looks like. Speculum is available in 3 sizes: 26, 31, 31, 36, 36, 42. Depending upon the vaginal area. Sometimes when you're seeing, nulliparous females, you would like to see it with the narrower speculum. Sometimes when you're seeing a multipara, you'd like to have a broader speculum. That's the reason. Now let's start with the indications. So here, all my students will tell me what are the indications of the duck-billed Sims speculum. Come on, let's start. What are the indications I'm asking? So Suganya, Swati, Prajakta, come on, come up with your answers. And it'll be very wise if you can make it gynae indications and obstetric indications. Do you ever use it in obstetrics? And do you use it in gynae in what all cases? Now, it's a speculum, guys, So start. Please, let me see how many answers are, coming up. And then I'll see how much more can I give you, whether you win or I'll win. Let's see who gives me more answers. So all of you together and my PPT alone, right? Let's hear it out. Let's first start with the gynae indications. Everyone just the gynae indications, then we'll go to the lesser obstetric indications. Yes. Okay, endometrial sampling, very good. Wow, Karishma, very nice. Visualization of cervix and vagina, that's how you go. You go from out to in. That makes it very, very systematic. This is what I'm trying to teach you. When you start doing the things yourself, this is a mock exam vibe, That's what I want you to have. When you're answering in the exam, if you go systematic, there is less chance that you will stutter. There's less chance that you'll forget. And there's a very high chance that you'll form a great impression on your examiner. If I am the examiner, I'd like an answer like this. So gynae indications, I'd like to go with vagina. So inspection, very good. Inspection of vagina for all, pathologies. Inspection of cervix for all pathologies. Then evaluation, okay, of vaginal discharge, bleeding. Now she started explaining what all. Vaginal discharge, bleeding and lesions. Assessment of cervical erosion, polyp, ectropion, inspection in cases of prolapse, agreed. You have pap smear, cervical biopsy, all these things, right? Okay. I need more answers. That's all. Okay, Ara, great. Zara, where are you? I need an answer from you as well. Mayanka, Sanila, all, my students are newer students. I would love you all to please answer. You keep answering and you'll be a part of the group, and then you'll slowly begin to get the confidence, and then you'll realize it's not that difficult. It's really not that difficult. The vibe of exam is more dangerous than the exam itself. Okay, understand that. So I'm just trying to kill the vibe or to dilute it to a very, very basic level where you will go and give your natural performance. And here is where your natural performance is being nurtured. It's being formulated. Okay, let's begin. Okay, I have got a very good, answers from you all. So this is how you'll go. You'll start inspecting the vagina and then name all the vaginal problems. Leukorrhea, prolapse, okay, uterine prolapse, vaginal discharge. Okay, leukorrhea and its differential diagnosis, yes. And then go to cervix, cervical erosion, okay, cervical carcinoma, cervical polyps, taking paps, looking for an ectropion, stress incontinence, vaginal cysts, okay, septum, all right, agreed. What about procedures? These were inspection. Second will come procedures, isn't it? You've done all the inspection. You saw vaginal discharge, vaginal lesions, vaginal tear, vaginal erosion, vaginal cysts, vaginal discharge, all this. And then speak about cervix, so cervical growth, cervical polyps, cervical ectropion, what else? Cervical discharge, basically that, right? And then come the procedures that you will do on the vagina or cervix or inside the cervix, correct? So all the procedures that you can think of, taking pap smear, cervical biopsy, endometrial biopsy, insertion and removal of IUCD, polypectomy, DNC, tubal patency test, hysteroscopy, HSG, colposcopy, right? Colpotomy, insertion of radium in the uterine cavity. Come on, that's like a little far-fetched. And then start the obstetric indication. So we are here right now discussing only gynae indications, correct? Now let's hear my intelligent students give me the answer for obstetric indications. And guys, I will not wait for too long because the same lecture looks very boring if I give a lot of space and a lot of wait time, right? So be quick. I can give you max 30 seconds in which I want quick answers for obstetric indications by a Sims speculum. Same thing will go for Cusco speculum. So we'll not take it in such a detail. Okay, we'll hurry up with that. So come on. Yes, the procedures, vaginal hysterectomy is very good. Very good. See, this is what it is. These things are, more than me. So my students have won and my PPT has gone a little back over here. So I'll just remove this and instead of that, I'll write down hysterectomy, vaginal hysterectomy. You do require the Sim speculum, right? Yes, vaginal hysterectomy. Who was that? I give the gold medal also by the end of the class. You know that? How many if you've got that before? All are new students now. So you guys should know that somebody who answers very well, very systematic, methodical, and usually more than me will get the gold medal by the end of the class, right? A very huge gold medal and that gets an applause. Yeah. All right, let's hear this out. Are you guys giving me the obstetric indications? Let me hear it. Mayanka says cerclage. Yes, very good. Examination of, wait a second, let me see. All right, let me go down and see. Have we started with the obstetric? Yes. Again, Karishma, very beautiful. Examination of the cervix in pregnancy, examination of cervical dilatation, effacement, leaking, right? Discharge from the cervix, bleeding, right? Any vaginal discharges can happen in the pregnancy as well, correct? Here we can again divide early pregnancy, late pregnancy. So in early pregnancy, in not just visualization but procedures. So one is examination, or like let's say inspection. The other one will be procedures. So one will be examination of what? Of all these things: cervical discharge, or polyp, or bleeding in pregnancy. All right, dilatation of os and placenta previa. And what can I do as a procedure? Then you have multitude of procedures, right? Cervical cerclage, DNC procedure in early pregnancy. All these things can happen.